Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR HaLacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Sunday, 26th day of May, 21st day of Iyar. Here we go. We're continuing along with our laws about how we treat a shul or a Beis HaMidrash, just a Torah study hall, how we treat it with great honor. So a man must have his head covered when going into a shul. Okay, walking around the inside of a shul with your head uncovered is just totally improper. If a man needs to take off his shalrosh to fill in at the end of davening, and sometimes when you take off your shalrosh, your head is momentarily uncovered, that's okay. That's part of the daily proceedings of taking off your tefillin. You just lift off your tefillin, your kippah could come off a little bit, you put it right back on, and that's all fine. That's appropriate. If you have a Jewish worker who's going to be doing work inside of the davening area of the shul, then because he's Jewish, it would be good if you, the person who's maybe hiring him or overseeing his work, try to convince him to wear a kippah when he's inside of the shul. That would be appropriate for that Jewish worker. A non-Jewish worker does not have to cover his head inside of the shul, but a Jewish worker, even if he's not religious, should be encouraged to cover his head when inside of the shul. Now remember, when I'm saying inside of the shul here on most of these halachas, I mean inside of the davening area of the shul. What goes on in the lobby, in the coat room, and that's kind of different. But we're here just speaking about the part where you actually daven. If you have an umbrella and you wanted to bring it with you inside of the davening area of the shul, that's not so appropriate. Certainly to leave it in the coat room would be the right thing to do. Now, I'm going to talk to you about Hatzalah guys and the walkie-talkies that they wear, which of course is not written directly in the Shulchan Aruch. Well, hundreds of years ago when walkie-talkies didn't exist, but the rabbis of today, applying the laws of the Shulchan Aruch to our today's situations, have all decided that for a Hatzalah guy to wear his walkie-talkie inside of the shul is not considered disrespect to the shul because he's wearing it, for the cause of being available to any, God forbid, emergency medical that somebody may need help with. Again, something you won't find in the Shulchan Aruch, but the rabbis of today, applying the laws of the Shulchan Aruch, have defined for us that taking a bicycle, if your child wants to bring his bicycle inside the shul, and I mean inside of the davening area of the shul, that would be considered inappropriate. Bringing your stroller inside of the davening area of the shul would also be considered inappropriate, unless if for some reason you're the only one who could be watching the child and you can't get him out of the stroller, then yeah, maybe it would be allowed. But generally, we try not to bring the stroller with the child inside of the davening area of the shul. Not so appropriate. Children should not leave their knapsacks and their stuff inside of the shul. In general, the davening area of the shul should not be treated as a storage area in any way, shape, or form. I mean, if you have one of those standers or pulpits where you keep your stuff and you want to just, and it's your own private thing, well, sure. This shul was kind of arranged like that, and that would be okay. But generally, to just pile up your stuff all around the shul, that's not so appropriate. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.